So I recently just watched the Spawn animated series, and this is honestly one of the best emotional, well-written story I've ever seen. It's not just about the action or the vengeance he's seeking. It's about a man who lost everything, betrayed, murdered, and was sent to hell, only to come back to Earth as a twisted shadow of who he once was, all for a chance to see his wife again. But in return, he realized the world moved on without him. He's a man not really fighting for justice, but against pain, loneliness, and the weight of choices that weren't even his to begin with. Watching him struggle to hold on to his last piece of his humanity in a world that doesn't only see him as a monster, but one filled with pure evil. And even though he's a man filled with pain and darkness, there's still a flickering light in his heart. But before we talk about the story, we gotta talk about how I personally think is cool and creative how the author hits you with the most thought-provoking question about the episode in the beginning of each episode.
If you had to choose a slow searing ride on Satan's carousel, or watching helplessly by as your best friend got it on with your lover, what choice would you make?
Ooh, that's an easy one. I'm gonna pull up to a script with a rocket launcher that got a switch on it. And I just want to put it out there, I don't really know much about Spawn. I haven't read a single comic, which I should. I've only watched the first season of the animated series, which is GOATED. But I got one question, dog. What the hell am I looking at?
Wait.
500 cigarettes.
Hey, yo, the pizza here. Oh, hell no, man.
I got this!
Oh, great heavens! The story starts in New York, specifically in a place called Rat City. You know, your average NYC, where the homeless be learning kung fu for some honey buns. The place where dudes be beefing with pigeons for hopping on the train. And the only place where rats be evolving as quickly as they do. But we see these two journalists walking down this dark alleyway. They're supposed to be meeting with this homeless man. But dude looks like he's seen some YN Ninja Turtles boxing with something that looks like the inside of Bonnie Blue. Straight horrifying. Then all of a sudden he gets boomed. The pressman gets on his knees, scared, and also gets shot. The other reporter starts running, and a bullet grazes his leg. We then see these two gang members, and one of them shoves a gun into the reporter's mouth, asking him, who else knows? The reporter swears no one does. Then a third guy steps in with gasoline and pours it all over the reporter, and you just see the reporter begging, I got a family. Kids. But these scums don't care. Then something or someone grabs dude by the head and strikes him into his friends. One of the gang member opens fire, but Spawn takes him out effortlessly. He then grabs the other guy, snaps his hand like a Kit Kat, and proceeds to turn dude's gun on himself. On some stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, and booms him. And the reporter, terrified, fires at Spawn only for the flames to ignite around him. And the scream of the reporter's pain makes Spawn remember something. And I gotta say, having a backstory like Spawn is truly one of the saddest backstory, and the way they displayed it really hits you. Al Simmons, a highly skilled soldier working as an assassin for the US government, but one day betrayed by his own people. Al was killed and was sent to hell. Desperate to see his wife again, he makes a deal with a demon. But bro really did all that just to come home to see his wife with his best friend and their kid. And you just see bro in the distance watching, confused, sad, and angry all at the same time. Yeah, I'd be sick too. So Spawn, confused and in disbelief, goes over to his gravesite and sees his dead body. And you just see him in agony, confronting his past. And things just keeps on getting sadder and sadder, cause he pulls up to the window and sees his wife doing tricks that he ain't know that she could do on his best friend. And the plot gets juicier, cause we find out that he wasn't able to get his wife pregnant. But after he dies, his best friend went diving and gave his wife what she always wanted, a child. Nah, having a backstory like this is crazy. Dudes really be taking the time out of their day to write insane shit like this. Please don't stop. But not gonna lie, if it was me in a situation like this, everybody dying. Like, I'ma just start dropping bodies like say goodbye. Cause I'm not gonna make a deal with the devil just to come home and watch my wife get dived on. I'ma leave that for Sneeko. But with that being said, with great depression comes great aura. Because Spawn is one of the coldest fictional characters I know. Dude could be chilling and give you one of the most toughest picks known to mankind. I also find it interesting how this is what Spawn looks like in the comics. But in the show, there's no coloring. Just a tough ass red cape with green eyes. Even during the daytime too. Like, where's the rest of your body? It looking reminds me of the Snyderverse, how they made the world more darker compared to Gun's Superman, which looks brighter and colorful. Same thing with the Batman animated series. It's a darker world and visually looks cool. But in this dark world, There's this clown who appears as a short, overweight guy that couldn't make people laugh, so decided to terrorize them. He's a violator disguised as a human. He's also one of Hell's highest ranking member. He's screwed, sadistic, and loves taunting Spawn. For example, in this scene, after Spawn saw his ex-wife and how she moved on without him, Spawn is just sad and confused. Then this pound for pound plate cleaner hops in the frame and says this.
She's got a life now. She's got a child you couldn't give her, and a husband who's still wearing his face. What do you got, child baby?
Niggas be trying to give out life advice while looking like this. Hell nah. So when the devil creates his soldiers, he sends a violator to keep them in check and push them towards fully embracing their role as a hell spawn. But Spawn is just the type of dude to do what he wants to do. And from the moment he returns to Earth, he had questions. Who did this to me? Where have I been? Why do I look like this? And instead of giving him straight answers, the clown just keeps on toying with him, giving him little bits of the truths while making his life more difficult. At first, Spawn just ignored him, treating the clown like an annoying pest. But the clown just kept on pushing and pushing, following him around, mocking his past life, laughing at his confusion, telling him that he made a deal with the devil. He got to see his wife, now he has to pay what he owes, making it clear that Spawn belongs to hell whether he likes it or not. So after Spawn refused the clown over and over again, the clown decided, I'ma have to beat the devil into you, turning into his true form. So Spawn starts letting that thing sing, completely wasted his whole body with bullets. But that shit don't work on roaches. You could drop a whole nuke on their ass and they'll still walk out unscathed. So he goes on the knee and drags him down. Then the clown starts giving out inspirational speeches on why Spawn should become a hell spawn for the devil he's working with. Hey my nigga, we got free Hellcats, all the bad bitches you could think of, no child support, and as many get at a joke card as you want. Why you low-key sounding specific? Fine, suit yourself up, nigga. And walks away. Another great villain we gotta talk about is Jason Wynn, alongside with Tony Twist, the two most powerful corrupt men in the show. Jason Wynn is a man with power and influence, pulling the strings behind the scene. He has politicians in his pocket, including a senator whose son is not only part of the EDP nation, but a child killer. Meanwhile, Tony Twist is a ruthless leader of a powerful crime syndicate who rules the streets, showing absolutely no tolerance for anyone who dares to cross him. So when Spawn wipes out a group of his men back in the first episode, Tony takes it personally and sends a hitman named Overkill at him. So he goes to the alleyway Spawn is usually at and kills a homeless man just to send a message to Spawn. He sees the message saying, "Hero, midnight, be waiting," and the homeless guys are freaking out. Then all of a sudden, boom, we see Overkill. He lifts up Spawn, slams him across the wall, and calls him a joke. So Spawn pokes him in his eye, and this crash out responds to the situation by bombing the whole entire alleyway and walks away thinking he's Iron Man. You don't got that type of sauce, my guy. And this pissed him off so bad that he has to get it back in blood, cause he goes over to the military base, steals some guns, and teleports out of there. Then we cut to Tony. He opens up his car, and we see Overkill scraps fall out the car. Then he looks up about 60 degrees up and sees this dog. He takes down his two bodyguards and that ass bitches Tony. Hey little nigga, you work for me now, and tells him that his business over at the alleyway is done or else. Now we move over to Fine Shit, aka Wanda Blake's, Spawn's ex-wife, a lawyer who works in civil rights and social justice, shown to be intelligent, compassionate, and determined. And recently, a weirdo has been going around touching little-eyed kids and putting them in body bags. And Wanda has been set to defend this guy who has been accused of being this weirdo. So she talks to him, and something ain't right. So she does some digging. And with the help of this detective, they found real evidence that he was framed for other charges placed on him. Then we see this guy in the bush taking pictures of them. So Spawn peeps what's going on and hooks him up, then starts to interrogate him. But dude is too scared to speak, so he blasts at Spawn. Spawn drops him, takes off his mask, and asks him, "Who is your boss?" But the guy sees this ugly ass nigga and decided to take the easy way out. But with the evidence Wanda had, she was able to let the accused guy go free. And she didn't stop there. She was out here looking for the real EDP. Should have posted a billboard sign saying, "Sweet cupcakes, 5 minutes near you." Trust, they fall for that shit every single time. So the senator, the father of the EDP, noticed she's catching on to them and it's scaring him. He talks to Jason talks to Tony to kidnap Wanda's kid. And at the same time, the clown talks to the senator's son Scott on how he's a big fan. And I'm like, oh, we know, we can tell. Same player builds and everything. And he gives him the home address of Wanda. We then see Wanda and her daughter playing outside. The phone starts ringing and they go inside. She hears the bad news that the detective got popped, and at the same time her daughter goes outside and got snatched away. Not gonna lie, that's why we need more iPad kids. At least them Jetlanes know how to stay inside. Spawn hears on the radio that Cyan, his ex-wife daughter, has been kidnapped. So he goes around asking questions and finds out this was all Tony Twist doing. And at the same time, the senator's son Billy finds Tony's hideout, packs up all the guards, and kidnaps Cyan. Spawn pulls up to Tony and it's like, this is what happened when you fuck with a real nigga, and booms him. We then see Billy and Cyan alone, and this nigga is sick.
Hang that nigga now! I got the rope right here.
Nah, bro, why they really showed us the true nature of an EDP? But thank God the GOAT Spawn pulls up on time, and we got the whole police force on the way right now. So yeah, this nigga is cooked. But before that, Scott throws gasoline at Spawn, lighting him up. And we all know whenever dude sees fire, bro starts tweaking out like a caveman. So Scott used the opportunity to dip with the little girl. So Spawn recovers fast, and now we got the whole police force and Spawn on his ass. Scott then drives straight into the alleyway, crashing the van. So he's surrounded, and you can tell Spawn is pissed. Even Cyan knows someone about to be cooked. Spawn then grabs him with his cape, and you just hear this instigating ass clown, kill him, kill him, kill him. But he rejects the devil, and this pisses off the clown. Pissed him off so bad he had to finish the job himself. Then Cyan thanks Spawn for saving her. He gives her something and returns her to her mom. Then she reunites with her mom and shows her something, Al and Wanda wedding ring. And that's it for this video. Thank you for making it this far, and I'ma see you when I see you.